to question number 5. Hone Harawira.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker. Kia ora tātou te whare. To the Minister of Foreign Affairs, will New Zealand be following Australia's lead in reconsidering its position and giving New Zealand's unqualified support for the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, thereby reversing the New Zealand Labour government's vote against it in 2007? And if not, why not?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Australia has recently reviewed its stance on the Declaration. An announcement on its new approach is expected on Friday. We will look at the way the Australian government interprets the Declaration and we'll see whether its interpretation may be applicable in New Zealand, but I cannot comment until we have seen what the Australians are saying about their support.
Hone Harawira.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker. What recent advice has he received from officials regarding New Zealand's position on the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I reply in November 2008, the Ministry's briefing to the incoming Minister outlined New Zealand's position on the Declaration. Since then, the Minister has received several pieces of advice, giving him background on the Declaration and the position taken by New Zealand.
Hone Harawira.
Has the Minister been involved in any discussions with his Australian counterparts regarding the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, and if so, what has been the nature of those discussions?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I reply yes. The Minister of Foreign Affairs has had an informal conversation with his Australian counterpart on Sunday the 29th of March, in which the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People was covered.
Catherine Delahunty.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker, why is Aotearoa New Zealand one of the only 3 countries that oppose recognising the Indigenous rights under this UN Declaration?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, it's important to understand with the Declaration, firstly, that it is aspirational and is not legally binding. New Zealand does take its international obligations seriously, and it does not support text unless we are unable to implement them. So the issue has been whether it's possible to be able to do that.